I'm Tammy Harper, Director of Education and Community Outreach at Cape Cod Theatre Company, Harwich Junior Theatre. And Harwich Junior Theatre is almost ready to celebrate its 70th year. We are a multi-generational theater for young people and people of all ages, and we have productions and classes year-round. We're part of the gathering economy, so everything had to change because we could no longer be here together in person. So we moved first all of our classes. The teachers were amazing. I had to learn Zoom really quickly, as did so many other people, but we were able to pivot all of our classes. We were 2 weeks away from our winter session of classes ending. So we moved online, we completed that session, and it was so successful that we decided to offer spring workshops. Because of the support from our community, we were able to offer all of our spring workshops for the first 4 weeks free to our community. You know, many of our students' families had lost income, household income. We also were losing 60% of our operating budget at the same time, but because of the support from funders, grantors, members, we were able to do that, which was really special. We were also 2 weeks away from presenting Alice, which was a new musical, and we had to stop that production. So that was incredibly disappointing for everybody. I mean, we were all in shock, to tell you the truth. But once we got our feet under us in terms of production, we did a number of streaming shows. We did musical cabarets. We did an alumni cabaret where we had former students coming in from Italy and England and New Zealand performing in this great alumni cabaret. We had a BIPOC cabaret. We've done magic shows, poetry readings. So we've done a lot of online material, presentations, but again, those are not real revenue builders, they're more community builders. Another really wonderful way that our community came together during this time was parents who were able to pay still for their students to come to classes were calling up and saying, you know, I know that there are other students in the class who can't pay, and I'd like to pay for them to be able to come. So they were providing scholarships. People were really reaching out in wonderful ways to help us stay relevant to our community. And I should say that our board of directors here at the theater is very active and very involved, and we're really trying to help us figure out how to keep things going. And one of the things that they did was immediately jump onto the PPP. We received that loan, which helped us to be able to stay here and doing what we do for the community. I have been continually inspired and uplifted by the support that we have received from all over, from our parents, from our students, from our funders, from our members, our board. Everybody has been so supportive. They want to see us succeed. So they've been reaching out. They've been reaching out with letters, with phone calls. We've also been calling our members to say, how are you? But it's so wonderful to, you know, go to the mailbox and see a card and they're just saying, hey, how are you? We're thinking about you. That's been really wonderful. You know, we've been going by the state guidelines, so we hear what the governor has to say. We obviously pay attention to what's going on locally in terms of infection and infection rates. And really, we felt confident this summer that we could bring back some in-person programming. It is nothing like what we're usually doing in the summer, but at least we were able to bring something back. So we had a 6-week program, 3 2-week sessions. We had classes on the stage. We had a technical theater and production class on the stage. I taught a class on the deck, acting and improv. We had another class that was in the garden. So we really used our outdoor space. We kept the windows wide open, like we still are doing when we have classes here this fall. It's like windows and doors are open, wear layers because it might get cold at some point. But it's been amazing. I mean, we really cleared out all the space that we could. I mean, sadly, because we don't have productions, we do have a wide open stage so that we could bring classes onto the stage. So we have a maximum of 10 kids in each class, and we've been pretty much filling our classes. Because we are part of the gathering economy, we took a huge hit financially. Box office revenue really accounts for about 60% of our operating budget. Classes brought in another probably 20%. We still have very generous members who are still, becoming members, even though the benefits of membership don't exactly exist right now. But they recognize that we need that support. And also our funders, some funders who we've been going to year after year for grants, have also come forward to us to say, what can we do to help? We realize that we're not housing, we're not about, food and sustenance. So we're taking a back seat, and we recognize the reasoning behind that, but they also are saying to us, we see the importance of what you are doing in the community, and we want to help, even if it's just a little. You are essential to your community. They want to hear from you. They want you to succeed. A webinar I took early on about how to communicate with your supporters, your donors, said, be transparent. Be honest. If you are having a hard time, tell them, because they want to help you, and they want to know what's going on. So I would say, we're all essential.